Welcome, mystic seekers, to Mystic Manor, where history meets mystery. Imagine a world where the past collides with the present, where restless spirits roam freely, and the past is never truly laid to rest. Buried in history's forgotten tales, in places you'd least expect, lies a darker truth. Are these tales just stories passed down through time? Or are they warnings from those who never left? What makes a place so haunted? Let's find out. Welcome to the world's most haunted history. Our first stop takes us to Scotland, where a formidable fortress whispers tales of betrayal and haunting spirits. Edinburgh Castle in Scotland is one of the most haunted places in the world. Perched on Castle Rock, this ancient fortress is not only a symbol of Scottish heritage, but also a hot spot for eerie encounters and ghostly legends. Edinburgh Castle, standing proudly over the city of Edinburgh, has a history that spans over a millennium. Built in the 12th century, this formidable fortress has witnessed countless historical events, from intense sieges to royal ceremonies. But it's the darker side of its history that has cemented its place in ghostly folklore. The castle's dark past includes tales of war, sentencing, and confinement. The dungeon area, known as the Great Hall and the Crown Room, has been a place of immense suffering. Here, prisoners were often kept in harsh conditions, and many met their end within these cold stone walls. It's no wonder that these grim tales have given rise to numerous ghost stories. Centuries ago, a young bagpiper was sent into the tunnels beneath the castle to explore their path. He played his bagpipes as he walked so that those above could follow his route. But suddenly, the music stopped, and he was never seen again. His ghostly bagpipe music is still heard echoing through the castle's tunnels, particularly at night, as if he's still wandering, lost in the underground maze. Another well-known spirit is the drummer boy, believed to be a young boy, whose headless ghost appears before an attack on the castle. He was reportedly first seen in the 17th century, drumming a warning of impending danger. The eerie sight of a headless figure with a drum is said to be a chilling omen of conflict or death. Edinburgh Castle housed prisoners of war from different conflicts, including the 7 Years' War and the Napoleonic Wars. Conditions were harsh, and many prisoners suffered greatly. Today, visitors have reported cold drafts, the sensation of being touched, and sightings of shadowy figures in the dungeons where these prisoners once stayed. A mysterious lady in gray is occasionally seen wandering through the castle. While little is known about her identity, she is believed to be the ghost of a woman searching for something or someone she lost. She has been spotted walking the castle corridors and disappearing through walls. Edinburgh Castle is home to a dog cemetery where the pets of soldiers were buried. A ghostly dog has often been seen around the cemetery, and visitors have reported hearing phantom barks. Some say it's the spirit of a loyal companion still guarding the grounds. Mary, Queen of Scots, spent time at Edinburgh Castle, where she gave birth to her son, James VI. Some claim to have seen her apparition within the castle, often described as a sorrowful presence. Her spirit is believed to be one of many drawn to the castle due to its deep connection to Scottish royalty and tragedy. As we leave behind the chilling echoes of Scotland's ancient stronghold, our journey now takes us across the ocean to the heart of Mexico. In Latin American folklore, one of the most haunting figures is La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman. The most common version of La Llorona's story tells of a beautiful woman named Maria who falls in love with a wealthy man and marries him. They have 2 children, but her husband eventually grows distant, spending less time at home and more time with other women. Feeling neglected and heartbroken, Maria becomes consumed by jealousy and rage. In a tragic moment of despair and anger, She drowns her own children in a nearby river, instantly regretting her actions as they disappear into the waters. Realizing the horror of what she's done, she is overcome with grief and guilt, and drowns herself as well. When she arrives at the gates of heaven, she is denied entry until she finds the souls of her lost children. Since then, it is said that Maria's spirit wanders rivers, lakes, and other bodies of water, forever searching and weeping for her children. Her ghostly cries of, "Ay, mis hijos," "Oh, my children," are said to echo through the night, especially near water. In many accounts, people who encounter her are met with an ominous fate. She may pull them into the water, mistaking them for her lost children, or appear to travelers, leaving a sense of impending doom. La Llorona's story is so popular that it has become part of Latin American folklore. Her tale has been passed down for generations, and while it may vary slightly, the core elements remain the same: a haunting presence, endless sorrow, and an unfulfilled quest for her lost children. As we leave the heart-wrenching tales echoing through the valleys of Latin America, we now turn toward a land steeped in regal history. The Tower of London, with its imposing walls and centuries of turmoil, stands as one of England's most haunted landmarks. Originally built in the 11th century, this fortress has witnessed countless dark acts and betrayals. Perhaps the tower's most famous ghost, Anne Boleyn, was executed in 1536, becoming the first English queen to be executed. Anne Boleyn was sentenced on charges of treason, adultery, and conspiring to get rid of the king, though modern historians widely debate the legitimacy of the accusations. Largely seen as influenced by her failure to produce a male heir and her strained relationship with Henry VIII, who by that time was interested in marrying Jane Seymour. Anne's ghost has reportedly been seen in multiple parts of the tower, most notably near the site of her execution on Tower Green, and in the chapel of St. Peter at Vincula, where she's buried. Witnesses have described seeing her headless figure wandering the grounds, sometimes clutching her head. The tragic story of the princes in the tower, young King Edward V and his brother Richard, Duke of York, is a mystery and one of the tower's most chilling tales. The two young princes were confined to the tower in 1483, declared illegitimate, and subsequently disappeared. Their small figures have been sighted playing in the rooms where they were last seen, and their laughter is said to echo through the walls. The White Lady is a spectral figure often seen in the White Tower, the oldest part of the Tower of London. She is known for her eerie presence and for the strange perfume scent that often accompanies her. Many visitors report feeling watched, and some have claimed to see her gesturing from a window. Imprisoned in the tower multiple times over 13 years, Sir Walter Raleigh was held in the Bloody Tower, where he is said to still wander. His ghost has been seen by visitors and guards alike, particularly around the Bloody Tower and the Tower Green, where he often appears somber and reflective, perhaps lingering because of his long captivity there. Known as the 9 Days Queen, Lady Jane Grey was only 16 when her life ended in 1554. Many report seeing her spirit wandering the tower, a tragic figure in a long, dark dress. Her ghostly form is often accompanied by an overwhelming feeling of sadness, and she has been sighted near the Queen's house, where she was held before her ending. In a strange tale, a ghostly bear was reportedly sighted by a guard in the 1800s near the Martin Tower, home to the tower's royal menagerie, where wild animals were once kept. The guard attempted to fight it off, only to find his weapon passing through the apparition, and he later collapsed from shock. The bear's ghost is believed to be a remnant of the exotic animals once housed there. Arbella Stuart, cousin to King James I. Lady Arbella Stuart, who was 13 years older than Seymour, was considered a potential threat to King James I due to her Tudor lineage and her marriage to Seymour, another royal with claims to the English throne. James I viewed the marriage as politically dangerous, leading to their arrest and imprisonment in the Tower of London. In June 1611, the couple attempted an escape. William Seymour managed to flee the tower and reach safety in Belgium. However, Arbella was intercepted on her way to meet him and was returned to the tower, where she remained until her death in 1615 under suspicious circumstances, possibly from starvation. And her restless spirit is often seen in the Queen's house, where she spent her final days. In addition to these sightings, visitors report cold spots, sudden chills, and a pervasive sense of unease in various parts of the tower. Guards, or beefeaters, and tourists alike have shared experiences of hearing disembodied whispers, footsteps, and even the rattling of chains. The tower's long history as a place of power, imprisonment, and execution makes it a prime location for paranormal activity, and its ghostly legends continue to intrigue and haunt those who visit. Thank you for joining me for this story. Until next time, stay mystical. Paranormal stories are my favorite to cover, so if you liked this, please let me know by liking the video or letting me know in the comments so I know to keep making them. And hey, these stories may be chilling and haunting, but they pale in comparison to the terrifying accounts of the werewolf witch trials, so make sure to check that out next if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.